Alrighty, week 2, right? Yeah, week 2 of January. Um Actually, I really don't know what let me see. No, this is week 1. I'm retarded. Never mind. This is week 1 of January. Um from December 29th to January 2nd. So technically this is still I don't even know what to call this, bro. It's December slash January week recap. All right, it's real confusing. Anyways, only 4 days to do recaps on because, of course, New Year's is a holiday. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. December 29th. I think we had to set up every single trading day this week. The first one started off with the loss. So basically, what we can see is London's already been taken. We're rejecting out of this 15-minute. I don't think we have anything else. Yeah, any other imbalances holding? Maybe you have an SMT or something. Okay, no SMT that I see. Essentially, all this trade was based off of there's no really crazy good reversal. I mean, we do see a good support level here. Keep bouncing off this level. But the trade was based off of, so market opens right around here. We come down. I could see continuation shorts, but we end up rejecting off of this. Let me actually bring it back here. So we tap, I think, we're in a 5-minute. Let's see what else we're in. We're in a 15-minute. We're probably in like a 30-minute as well. Yeah, we hit the 30-minute. Why did I check that early? I don't know why. But yeah, off this we can definitely see shorts. This candle here, we have multiple 1 minutes. We have, I think, a 2 and a 3-minute. So yeah, here's that 2-minute. This one ended up getting respected, as well as this 3-minute here. And we just have kind of like a bull run here. And London seems to clearly be the target here. We haven't taken it on either pairs. We have London available on both. And at this point in time, bias is now flipped to being bullish. We've inversed this huge gap here, clearly trending upward, showing heavy rejections off this level. So I will be looking for a 5 or 15-minute pullback and a continuation IFEG from there. We have a pretty deep retrace here. We hit one of the 5 minutes up here, so at any point we can just look for an IFEG, probably here, or maybe there's a 30-second there. We continue to dip lower. We actually hit this premium 5-minute that's unmitigated. We also hit OTE of this entire range, and okay, pretty much same stuff on ES, and we have a nice 1-minute IFEG here. We edge this gap, this one right here, and oh, wait a minute. Okay, so we had a 3-minute right there. Let me actually mark this. I think this was a discretional play. Was it? Okay, yeah, so we're in this 3-minute, so nothing really happened here. Okay, never mind. I was thinking of the wrong thing. But we do resweep this level here, and no SMT or anything, but we do have an unmitigated 5-minute up here, which is a great break-even point. We have London that just, we failed to hit that by maybe like 5 points or so, around almost 4 points. Very clean IFEG. This had a 10 a.m. open low and then it closed high. That looks like a really good manipulation level. Honestly, I was looking to go break even personally on this trade once we hit this 3-minute, but we didn't even hit that, which was very unfortunate. Yeah, we just fell short of it. So yes, the 5-minute definitely seemed like more of a better break-even play, but it's Monday. I was looking to have this trade. I wanted to mitigate the risk as much as possible, so I was willing to go break even pretty early here, and it's just honestly so unfortunate that this missed the break-even point. So yes, this was a losing trade, but it was a good loss. This trade, very, very solid. We end up hitting this 930. Is this 930? Yeah, 930 wick down here, and we reverse back up, hit the 5-minute, and then kind of just do some bullshit from there. Let's see if London didn't ever get hit. So anyways, on to the next day. We have Tuesday, which seems to be a win. Okay, so we see, oh my gosh, this looks so ugly. Okay, we just have a fat accumulation zone right here. Same situation here on ES. Let's see what happens. So we actually have two setups here. So we have London high, we have London low, and we just have this daily high up here. On ES, we actually have London and Asia, so this looks like a great target. Okay, great target. That's exactly what we want to aim for. Market opens, we do absolutely nothing. Okay, nothing's going on here. We have London low, so we're honestly just waiting to trade in either direction. We do have a London sweep here. We barely take that by like maybe 2 ticks. And then we actually get a 30-second IFEG from here. But the reason I did not count this as a trade or take this was because it's very risky. I mean, if you look at the market conditions, we're chopping up on the higher time frame. So there's absolutely no reason to take such a low time frame fair value gap, as well as when we sweep something like this, like just barely. So I was like, you know what? Yes, it's a good play, but considering market conditions, I want to play this extremely safe. So there was some resting liquidity here on the 5-minute, right there and right there. Nice low resistance. So I was like, you know what? I'll be willing to take something if we take these lows out as well. I want to see more of a manipulation move. And the setup failed. We ended up taking this, and I still didn't end up taking it just because it was another 30-second. I didn't like how price looked, and yeah, I just stayed out of it. Pretty unfortunate because this was a pretty massive home run trade here. But yeah, we had a 30-second round here. We had a huge close, and then bit of drawdown here, and then we ended up pushing up. This would have been our break-even point right there. And we have a 930 wick up here. We also have a London high, and then the rest is just the extra draws and liquidity, the daily high, and then the previous day. Not previous day high, but the PM session high. So that's all great. I think there was an SMT, maybe. Yeah, we had an SMT up here. So yeah, really solid trade. Since we did have that SMT, there was a short model that ended up happening. You can see we inversed both these 1 minutes, which you could have entered there. Let's see the 2 minute. The 2 minute just barely inversed. The 3 minute also inversed. 4 minute also inversed, and we have the 5 minute inversing. And so this was a pretty solid trade. If they all align with, okay, not entirely, but I don't really like taking 5 minutes, so to me, honestly, this 3 minute looks solid enough to take and break even at this unmitigated 5 minute. Targets, there's honestly no targets, that's why I didn't count this as a trade. It's just a pattern trade, but I just want to go over this because it looks really nice. Yeah, once we hit that, come close to break even, and we dump. I really don't know what you would aim for. This just goes back up to break even anyway, so it's not a good trade or anything. Again, just a simple pattern trade. But now I'm gonna go on to Wednesday. Wednesday is what? Okay, Wednesday we have a break even trade. Alright, so essentially this trade, really nice textbook trade. Just market conditions were really ass. So we don't really have any sense of direction. We've already kind of closed down beneath this new week opening gap, so we're not expecting any rejection levels off of it. We still have it. We do have an SMT, so I will say that we have an SMT at the new week opening gap, so we could see, bullish pressure here. And at the time of market open, we could expect. So boom, this is when 8:30 open or 9:30 open. So this is market open. We could expect some, pullback and continuations toward this high, strictly because it looks like a London reversal, New York continuation. That's what it looks like at first. But I mean, market opens. We're all the way up here. This is the only play I could have seen me taking to be long because, again, we're all the way up here. I'm not expecting us to come all the way down to London. We have that major high time frame SMT, and continuations just seem like the move. Just looks like the daily profile, but we don't end up getting this model. We end up dumping a little more, and at that point in time, this is when we then flip bearish. Okay, we've inversed 1, 2, 3, 15-minute fair value gaps. We've inversed 1 out of the 2 hourly fair value gaps at 10 a.m. And the major confluences were honestly just reacting to price, seeing what was given, and then the confluences were this 15-minute fair value gap right there that we rejected out of. We have an hourly that we rejected out of, and this 4-hour really seemed to get looked like it was going to get inverse, considering we were all the way up here, and that was just a huge flip. So that's clearly a major bearish sign. All right, and one last confluence. I don't even know if this was, I don't remember, but let's see. So we do have OTE getting hit, so that's another great confluence to line up with the others. And essentially, the entry model was just a simple continuation. We tap into this 5-minute here. Maybe we have an SMT, I'm not sure. Okay, it doesn't look like it, but yeah, we hit that 5-minute, and we get a 30-second IFEG, like around right here. But we were in another, so there's a 30-second on this leg, and then there's also another 30-second that we tapped into here. The reason I did not take the actual mechanically given entry was strictly because it was just pure discretion telling me, look, yes, we inversed this gap here, but we could very easily respect this 30-second down here. So I simply just waited for that to get inverse. As you can see, at this point in time, price did look like, if I bring this back, it doesn't look too off-putting. Like, yes, we did. I was waiting for this gap to get hit, this 1-minute gap. I think we had equal highs as well. Let me bring that back and see what we had. Yeah, so we had equal highs in this 1-minute gap. Maybe it just, I don't like how the wicks look, okay? It looks like we're stalling. But simply, I just really wanted to see this 1-minute get tapped, these equal highs get taken, and then give that 30-second IPG, which is what we did. So this is a oh my gosh, I was just going to say very and really at the same time, but this is a really good model. I really love the continuation, the DOL. We have London Open still. And unfortunately, we just get hit with terrible price action. And I haven't been checking news for these days. So Monday we had 10 a.m. ISM manufacturing PMI. Tuesday we had nothing. And Wednesday, which is, what the fuck? Wednesday, which is the day we're doing right now, we had 8:15 news, and then we had 10 a.m. Okay, this is important. So, wait, what? We had 10 a.m. news, and that's strange. Okay, scratch whatever I was thinking, but yeah, shorts look like a very clean play, and I'm trying to remember if I took this. Oh, okay, yes, I remember. So I did take this play. Entry put me back, like, I completely forgot we had news, I guess, and the prop firm, I traded this on Alpha, and they don't allow news trading within like a 2-minute window before and after, and now I gotta charge my MacBook. Give me a moment. Let me go get the charger. Okay. So I was saying, it doesn't allow you to trade. It's like a 4-minute window, 2 minutes before, 2 minutes after. That's when you can trade. So that's probably why it set me back. And then after news, after 2 minutes, I think it put me in. And then I just left the trade because I was slightly in profit, because I got put in around here. And then honestly, kind of glad I left. Just seeing how price was reacting, I did not like price action, so it's a great response on my part. But if I did stick this trade, this would have been break even. So we do hit this swing low here, but that's not important. The important part was right here, this break even point. A bit more room to breathe, but we do have an SMT there. So that, in this case, would have been, as you can see right there, just barely hit that low. Would have been the break even point. And even if you didn't go break even there, we came back up and we came back down. And we actually did hit this low, both these lows, and then we just come back up to break even again. And then we eventually deliver down to London low. Let me see when. It's taking forever. Okay, and that's that. Now, we have one last day because, of course, New Year's was a holiday. What the hell? All right, so Friday, we have 1 win and 1 break even. which is a winning trade, but it just happened to get break even. So this one was quite unfortunate. This was on my birthday. Dude, I slept in. Well, I looked at price, decided to sleep in because we didn't really look. It didn't look like we had much going on here. We had a huge overnight expansion. Yeah, 225 points. That's a pretty massive move overnight. So I wasn't really expecting anything. I went back to bed. I actually woke up right when this model was being given, and if I just would have woke up like just 2 minutes earlier, I would have been prepared enough to take this. But of course, just quite unfortunate. Missed a massive trade on my birthday. Oh, that kind of hurts just thinking about this. So I want to put this behind me. I want to forget this ever happened. So this is the last time I'm going to be mentioning this on. I already made a recap, I think, on the. Wait, did I? Dude, do not tell me I already made a fucking video about this week. Hold on, man. Hold on. Because I just. Tell me I'm having deja vu, bro. Where did I. Hold on, give me a moment. Gotta check my other account to see if I've actually posted this. Dude, did I just waste like 20 to 30 minutes already on a video I already made? Let's see. Not the best Swiss. Okay, that's just a recap. December 4. Okay, yeah, so I have not made a video on this yet. Thank goodness. I would have been so pissed off. I think I just went over this on one of the week recaps I did this week, and I just, briefly went over this trade. But anyways, back to it. We have an SMT at London. I'll go ahead and show you that real quick. As you can see, SMT at London. Looks like we hit pretty deep in OTE here. EQ on this range, and then from the week opening gap, we have OTE on ES. So we do have the SMT. NQ's rejecting out of this 15-minute. We also have an hourly for value gap as well that NQ is rejecting off of. We have this prominent high up here. Overall, just look bullish. I mean, why would you expect a reversal to happen after we have this huge overnight move? You just trade with the trend until the markets have given you confluences to think otherwise. But yeah, we have a really, really nice SMT here. Very clean IFEG. I don't think we have any other higher time frame for rally gap besides that 1 minute. Yeah, so super clean IFEG. We have a great break-even point right there, and yeah, we just absolutely hammer it with this delivery. 50-point plus candle. TPs were basically just this high here. I don't think we have any session highs. So no session highs, just a high that took out London, and we have this prominent high, like I said before. And then from there, for the last trade of this week, we have an SMT at these highs. So this high and this high that we have an SMT at. And then from there, we give a short model. Inverse. We have a 30-second inverse, and the entry was right here. And you could have just went break even once we form the 5-minute. This is, again, not a setup I would take. I mean, I really don't know what you would aim for except for, London seems like a good target, but it was an SMT for this play, so wasn't expecting this to get hit. And we had not much of a great break even point. It was actually something we had while being in the trade. We had to wait for this 5-minute to get formed, and then once it got tapped, hit break even, and then, dip down. I don't know why I took data on this trade. Honestly, I might just take it down, but yep, that's going to be the week recap. So just to briefly go over everything, I'm going to go on Monday. So this was an A+ model in my opinion. Clearly reversed off here, inverse higher time frame for value gaps. We left London open, retraced deeply to OTE in the discounted 5-minute. Had a nice resweep, 10 a.m. open low, close high, inverse the 1 minute. Great break even point, great targets. A+ model just happened to fail. Then we have Tuesday, which was a winning trade. Missed out on this one, unfortunately. We sweep London, but price action, considering how ass it was. I mean, look at this. We just have a huge accumulation zone. We're not going in any direction. There's no sense of direction with this market. We have Asia and London available on ES, but we only have London available on NQ. We do hit that London low, and we do have an SMT. Oh my gosh, why did I do that? I forgot I wasn't on this time, so it's not going to show me. I'm not sure if we had an SMT or not. Doesn't really matter. Just looks really like trash. We do give a setup before this, but discretion saved us from that loss. We end up coming down and giving an actual better entry, sweeping more of this liquidity, so we didn't leave any of this open. Now there's really, truly no reason for us to go lower, and if we did want to go lower, that means this trade was just completely wrong. But, you know, it would suck if you took this, and then you're like, you know, I could see us going lower to take these lows out and then moving up, and then that actually happening. So it's better to just wait, especially on conditions like these, to just wait for the absolute best given model, just to play it safe and avoid stupid losses. We have a break-even point at this high here, which we also got a 1-minute IFEG right there, which you could have taken this play. I could have taken that at least. Didn't take any of them, so that actually sucks. We have a great target. If you just want to aim for this 930 wick, it's a great RR, 1.5. We also have London available, and then we have these two highs, this prominent high and then this daily high. But yeah, that's for Tuesday. And then for Wednesday, wait, let me rate this model. This model is honestly, I don't know if it's A+. I mean, if it wasn't for the choppy price action and just, yeah, if it wasn't for the choppy price action and then this model losing before, this would have been an A+, but I don't know. Can't really give a rating on that. I'll have to do a deep analysis. Don't feel like doing that. And then Wednesday, we look bullish. Price shows us, you know, have other plans. We give confluences to confirm our bias as being bearish. And we just wait for a simple continuation. We tap this 5-minute. We have a 30-second. We wait for extra confirmation by inversing this 30-second. And then, honestly, would have been a break-even trade, even though I left this early. It was a break-even trade, basically, for me, but not for the reasons of, you know, it hitting the break-even point, just for other reasons. But either way, would have been break-even, but still not an A+ model. It's a very, very good model, but considering the market conditions, I don't know. It's hard to assume this. I don't know if I want to rate this either. Definitely a great model, though, and something that should have been taken, definitely, but price action just was very unfortunate. Got the bad end of the stick there. And then, of course, New Year's Eve, or not New Year's Eve, New Year's was a holiday, so we skipped that. And then this day, Friday, we have an SMT at London. ES has a deep retrace, and yeah, continuations look pretty solid. Once we have the SMT, we have a very clean 1-minute IFEG, great break-even point, and targets were the daily high and the weekly high. No, the weekly high is all the way over here, but we have this very prominent high from Tuesday, great target, and we have an SMT at that point in time, and then we give another 30-second, which is the one I just went over. That's not that great, so I'm not even going to go over it again. But yeah, not a bad week. Really good. I think I took a loss this week on Monday. Took a break even, and I think that's all I took for this entire week. So really boring on my part, but yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for this week recap. And I'm gonna do I don't even know if this next one's gonna be week 1 of January or not, but it's whatever. That's gonna wrap it up, and yeah, peace.